Hello? New
I think
spot.
they can hear us.
What?
I said, I think they can hear us.
I think so too. And we are back with another episode of Nothing But Facts. Season 3, episode 17. I'm Chloe Rogers,
Woody.
grandson of Steve Rogers, son of Aaron Rodgers, and I have to draft.
He's a crackhead.
And I'm here with the bestest co-host in the whole wide world, Mr. Trill Bill.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out
For
there.
real, happy Mother's Day to your mom, Imano, to your mom.
One time for all the mothers,
to every
real
mom.
quick.
Clap it up.
One time for all the mothers. Shout out to yo mama and yo mama, their mama, and his mama and her mama.
Exactly.
That's how you feel? That's how it should be.
Hey, but
Right.
It's in a respectful way. I'm not saying that in a bad way.
No,
Shout
for
out
sure.
all the moms. All the attentive and, hardworking mothers.
All the moms playing
Not the
big
moms
roles,
out
But
there
the
all
same
that.
way
they
people
babies
want to
for
come
crack.
after deadbeat dads, we know deadbeat moms out there too. So
Yeah,
You
we
say
selling
crack?
their babies for crack. Like on Snowfall in the wire.
shit is wild.
How do you even do that?
Need the
That's
crack.
insane.
Need the crack. Just that simple. Be like, hey, I need the crack. Shit.
You're gonna
How
loan
much
the
is
child.
baby worth?
Exactly. How much my baby worth? Baby worth about 2 rocks. All right. Make shake.
They're gonna take a whole day just for. Oh my god, yeah. Move on.
We jumping right into it. The draft was last week. We didn't get to talk about the draft, but yeah, we got to talk immediately about that. First of all, I don't think anyone was surprised about number 1 overall pick. That was a lock
Since like 2 years ago.
Exactly.
2 years ago.
I'm like, they've been saying Trevor Lawrence was going to go number 1 since his freshman year. Zach Wilson, I don't think he deserved to be 2nd overall, and we're going to find that out as the season comes along.
He's gonna be the starter, right? There's like
Yeah. I'm like,
I don't even know who the backup is.
It could be fucking Josh McCown for all I know.
Oh nah, he had to have retired. There's no way his
Exactly.
ass is still in the NFL.
That man got like 13 different jerseys. He didn't play for everybody. 3rd pick, Justin Fields. I'm happy. I mean, not Justin Fields. I want the drugs.
You were like, wait,
Trey
what?
Lance. Yeah.
What
Trey
alternate
Lance.
universe is this?
So we now know Willie sold his child for crack.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
I was happy. I didn't think Mac Jones deserved to go 3 at all. Like,
And where he
fucking-
fell, it's meant to be. Just go over
Exactly.
there in the evil empire.
How do you feel about? Yeah, I was gonna say him going to the evil empire. Exactly.
It's just like it's too much of like a movie setting. And it's like, yeah, it's just weird,
You think
same
Belichick-
quarterback, not non-athletic, just like, he has some mechanics and he could just work on it as everyone could just work on your craft. And it's too good to be true. And
Do you-
Belichick is like, he's Darth Vader.
I was
pretty
gonna say,
much.
do you think he's trying to preemptively like just say like, all right, bye, Cam?
not so much
Cam
as
gonna
by
play.
Cam
Mhm.
as this is my future.
Yeah. Cam's for sure the starter.
Like,
I would not start Mac Jones.
Well, I'm saying like I think he's foreseeing past this season.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure. Cam's not like, there's a reason he only signed like a 1-year deal. He's not.
It's not a
It's not-
fuck you,
yeah.
Cam. It's this kid fell to us, and this is the type of quarterbacks that have worked for us in the past, i.e. Tom Brady. So yeah, we gonna run this back, or at least try to.
I will say for the first 5 picks, it was surprising to most people who usually watch the NFL draft because usually you expect like a defensive player in there, maybe an offensive lineman, but
It was straight weapons out here.
it was
man.
literally 1st pick quarterback, 2nd pick quarterback, 3rd pick quarterback, 4th tight end, 5th wide receiver. But let's talk about the 3rd pick real quick because the Dolphins traded the 3rd pick to the 49ers.
Mhm.
And they picked Trey Lance. Did either of you guys think that was actually going to be the pick that the 49ers were going to make?
It's either him or Mac Jones. I thought maybe Justin Fields, but Trey Lance was just going up and going up. I think he came from Carson Wentz's college. Man's a
North
hooper.
Dakota State.
He's a baller and he has a chip on his shoulder. He knows what time it is. If I'm like Jimmy G, I'd be like, oh shit, maybe I need to go somewhere else.
I just didn't understand how the hell Mac Jones was even considered for the 3rd pick overall. Like, I could understand.
I don't know where it came from that he just
Justin
kept going up. His
Fields
stock kept going crazy.
and Trey Lance, because those are names you've been hearing about for over a year now.
Mhm.
But if you go back over a year, Mac Jones wasn't considered an NFL quarterback. So it's like, bruh, we've seen this with Alabama quarterbacks before. Like, they ain't shit. When you throw in the 4 and 5 stars all damn day who have 5 yards of
So
separation.
the pictures, all
I
4
could
of
do
them,
that.
first round receivers, Waddle, Judy.
So it's
Well, I was
like,
actually going to bring up the receivers next. You see a lot of receivers being paired up with their old college QB. So number 5, you have Jamar Chase going back with Burrow. How do y'all
That's
feel
a-
about that duo?
He could do what Justin Jefferson here.
It's
I'm gonna
good.
say it just like that.
You guys think that Burrow could throw for 4,000 yards now that he has one of his personal weapons?
Not only that, and also the
They gotta
T
protect
Higgins
him.
ain't no joke. Yeah, they drafted like I think 2 offensive tackles, but T Higgins no joke. Boyd's no joke. He could easily do it. Like comeback player of the year, it could really happen.
I know Trill probably could speak on the stats a bit more, but didn't Jamar Chase have like 20 touchdowns?
Yeah, 20 touchdowns. He had a very identical season to Devontae Smith this past year. It was just that Joe Burrow had 60 passing touchdowns.
And he didn't even play. He sat out this year, and he was still the number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, I understand it, but at the same time, the best left tackle was there at pick 5. I really thought Penei Sewell was the pick just because, bruh. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to reunite someone who 20 touchdowns, great. But bruh, he just got hurt his rookie year.
Yeah,
we need to protect this man. He's an asset. Joe Burrow's an asset.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, it's a good idea, but I got to see it work.
But at least they did take offensive tackles later.
Yeah, I was gonna say they did take some later in the
If
draft.
they
from what I
didn't,
could
then it would have
see.
just been like, yeah, Joe, you was gonna be running. Throw that shit.
Because I'll never forget that clip from last year preseason when the man was in practice running for his life. Whole offensive line just watching him. And I'm like, yeah, bro, this is the future. This the future, bro. Like, he can't do this on his own. It's not the SEC where you could get away with that shit. These are grown men who have families to feed.
No, hopefully Jamar Chase brings a little bit of relief for Joe Burrow. I honestly, personally can't wait to see that because, seeing all these QBs being reunited with their receivers. I mean, next was Jalen Waddle being reunited with Tua. Do you guys think that's going to play toward more successful situations for Tua?
It's going to make him 100% more comfortable, without a doubt.
Do you guys like that Flores actually made that move?
It works because the way I think about it, Tua exceeds more in short and intermediate passes. He has a very quick release. So I think Jalen Waddle is someone you just got to get the ball in his hands as many times as possible.
Like
let him work. Right? Yeah, let him work.
So it's like
he's a blur.
Devontae Smith was there, but he's more of a down the field threat and Jalen Waddle is the same thing, but bruh, you've seen what Jalen Waddle does when he gets the ball in his hands. It's
and he catch the ball 5 yards out and then it's over.
So
you can't catch him. You can't catch him at all.
So it's like,
I think that's what the Dolphins need too, because when you look at like Devontae Parker, he's not really that kind of receiver.
I think he's been playing through injuries for the past 5 years. He always says he's healthy, but no, he's not healthy.
Honestly, I know a lot of people won't say it like this necessarily, but he kind of reminds me of like Julio to an extent because he's just more of like a tough receiver. Like he's just like catch it, put his hands on it, and then he probably is going to get put down right where he is. He's not running off and taking off like, Jalen Waddle would. But I like that because it gives them that diversity on the receiving core.
They just needed another weapon, period. That's it. It could have been literally any other receiver. I would have been happy with that pick for them as well.
Right, and then we have Devonta Smith. He's going to be playing with Jalen Hurts again.
They finally got a receiver after passing up on who? DK, after passing up on Justin Jefferson.
And
they're not going to do that again.
They took Jalen Rieger last year.
Who they take before DK?
That was
I don't even remember the guy's name. It's a long ass name, but he's just straight trash.
JJ Arcega-Whiteside.
Oh my God.
He was 6'6", 220 pounds. Coming out of Stanford.
They thought they found him.
Exactly.
They thought they found the one.
And it was like, nah, bro, he can't run past a safety or a DB. We didn't find one.
Oh, he's slow.
Exactly.
Slow. Yeah, but that's gonna work. Devontae Smith, he don't win the Heisman as a receiver for a reason.
I just want to see how they use him because it's crazy to say this, but Jalen Waddle is heavier by 20 pounds than Devontae Smith. So it's like, bro, that's
they got him on that regimen right now.
It's a little
eating 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day, just getting up there in weight.
Bro, if he's not up to 175, I'm concerned. By NFL season, I'm keeping it a buck because other NFL players are gonna see 160.
Be like, oh, that's
and
cookies.
Be like, yeah, I just gotta do my push-ups this week. I'm on his ass. Just that simple.
Press him coming off the line. It's over. He might just fall.
Might die.
So not one, not two, but 3 quarterbacks were taken before Justin Fields. Do you think the Bears is a good fit for Justin Fields? They traded up, if I'm not mistaken.
They weren't gonna fuck this one up. Finally, they actually hit. Like
I think him and Allen Robinson could be nice.
Robinson literally has probably statistically been a top 5 receiver for the past since he's been in Chicago, and look who's been throwing it to.
I was about to say he's
Fields.
Jack shit.
Fields it was Lawrence and Fields for 2 years straight, and then all of a sudden Fields stock got going down and going down and going down. It's a reason like they had to trade up. They missed out on Watson and Mahomes for Trubisky. They're not going to do it again. If they would have traded up and took Mac Jones, I think, they were just like.
It would have been the end of the world in
You
Chicago.
know what's happening over there if they're going to
Chief
take
Keef would have
Mac
came
Jones.
back to
Yep.
Chicago and killed that old lady who's the owner.
Obama would have bought them.
Exactly, like, bro, something like
Some shit would have happened.
if Mac Jones
Sister
would have.
Jean would have put the voodoo.
And their defense
bruh.
is still fire. I think they lost Kyle Fuller to the Broncos. Montgomery came alive near the ending of the season. You still got the weapons.
It should work because Matt Nagy's not a bad quarterback. I mean, not a bad coach. He had a winning record with Mitch Trubisky, for God's sake.
He made Trubisky like a god at point.
Exactly, bro. Took him to the playoffs a couple times.
Hey, remember
So
the Bears were
like,
down week 1 against the Lions. I think it was like 28. Bro, the guy's safe bet. The guy's safe bet. Came back
Exactly.
Trubisky, looking like Tom Brady in the fourth quarter.
So I'll ask you guys this before we finish off on the NFL draft. Who are your sleeper picks?
Rashad Bateman.
He's happy, but
like,
I'm glad you guys got him.
Where did he went to Baltimore?
Went to
Yeah,
Baltimore.
6'2", 208 pounds, big receiver from Minnesota. He was a first rounder. He played, then sat out. But yeah, he was a lock. He could have came out last year, just like Waddle, just like hell. Even the kid who went back to Ohio State this year, Chris Olave. So yeah,
He's supposed to be like the top receiver next year.
exactly. So yeah, I got Rashad Bateman. Another sleeper pick, Asante Samuel, falling to the second round to the Chargers.
Chargers are going to be gas, and they took the tackle for Herbie. I got Kadarius Toney for the Gator. Let's go, New York. It's just who's throwing it to him, but he's good enough to play in the slot.
And
you got Galladay. Yeah, for sure. You got Galladay. He's not going to be like looked at so much, and he's a monster.
Bro, Daniel all Jones, those fucking weapons.
And Barkley's coming back. It's over.
You just got to make something. Just get the ball out your hands.
You got to at least win like 9 games. If you don't, like, bro, what else do you need to see from Daniel Jones to know that he doesn't have it? Like,
now you reached. It's that simple, bro.
A piece of news that kind of came out of draft day was the willingness to trade Julio Jones.
It's weird, but
I don't know why.
It's the fact of his contract, and they feel like, well, shit. I feel like they were set on Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
That's really a reason why they are comfortable to trade Julio. Because don't get me wrong, Calvin Ridley's not Broward County product, Alabama product, but he's not Julio. So if you didn't know that you were gonna take Kyle Pitts, I don't think that even comes out. I don't even think that's a discussion. So yeah, I think Julio's on the market, but not until I think it's June 1st or June 3rd, whenever their salary thing kicks in and they can save $15 million by trading him. But whenever that day comes,
you really think that's gonna happen?
Oh yeah, I don't think Julio's a Falcon this year. I'll go on record saying that.
Facts. Where do you think he would go?
Some say
he's a heavy ticket to trade for.
Some
obviously.
say the Lions. Some say the Jets. There have been a few teams. Hell, if I have any common sense, John Gruden is probably putting together an offer. Because you get Henry Ruggs, Julio Jones, you fucking some shit up, bro. I'm sorry.
And that Kyle Pitts stock goes up. Like you don't understand how much his stock, especially for fantasy.
Calvin Ridley stock goes up.
Kyle Pitts might be like projected on fantasy drafts like top 4 if that were to happen.
It's gonna be interesting. But yeah, for sure, it's the fact that it's a discussion. Kyle Pitts was going there all along. They weren't even looking at Justin Fields, bro.
Matt Ryan, he's 35, 36. That's in quarterback years. He's still got like 5 years left. It's perfectly fine. They just, they can't.
Yeah, but if they
can't stay healthy. They first of all, they have bad luck. Number 2, they just cannot stay healthy. Someone on defense gets hurt, and then it's like a ripple effect, and then boom, the next guy gets hurt, and then they're missing like 4 fucking starters by week fucking 5, and it's like, yep, that's it. It's over. And you can't really do anything when Matt Ryan he's playing from behind because the defense can't do anything. That's why Matt Ryan's so fire in fantasy. Someone said it's like, pick up Matt Ryan in fantasy because they're going to be down and he's going to have to throw that shit 45 times a game.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Unless he starts the game with like an interception or 2, then you work.
That'd be happening. Like, it's those days in fantasy that you have him and it's like, bro, why are you doing that?
Because if you don't drop 45 points, then yeah, it's 400 yards. It's illiterate shits. But moving on to our next team, who do we want to discuss, or what's our next topic?
Well, next week is actually the NBA playoffs.
Oh yeah.
So
it's game time.
Yeah. So let's actually pull up the standings real quick so we could just break it down kind of by division. But there's just still a lot of pending placings. As far as, all right, so one thing I'll start off with is this. One thing I was reading is that if we were to go based on the standings right now, in the play-in, oh, actually, I think the Warriors went up, but originally it was supposed to be the Lakers versus the Warriors, but the Lakers are in the 7th seed right now. They actually dropped down. If you're looking at the Western Conference right now, the 1 seed is the Jazz, even without Spida. You got the Suns in the 2nd seed, Clippers in the 3rd seed, Nuggets in the 4th seed. The Mavs are in 5th seed, the Trailblazers 6, and then for the play-in, it would be the Lakers at 7, Warriors at 8, the Grizzlies at 9, and the Spurs
they have
at
a
10.
new format. If this happens,
oh, they changed it again.
It's some weird format. It would be the Lakers playing the Warriors and the Grizzlies playing the Spurs.
So it is still set to do that. Okay.
No. Because after that, then like the losers play each other and the winners play each other, and then I think there's another. It's complicated.
You got to look.
It's so complex.
If you pull up the graph, you'll understand it.
Just arrows here and there.
But basically, 7 plays 8. 9 plays 10.
I'm sorry, if you got to make a graph for it, you probably shouldn't do it.
It's not a graph. It's just like
it's
so.
crazy.
It's just
no, but if you got it, yeah, but if you got to make the graph to properly explain it, to what should be simple, nah, you probably shouldn't be doing it.
The NBA owners is like, bro, we need all our bread back, as much money as we can get back.
Add like
we
an
lost
extra
from
1-2
COVID.
games in there.
So yeah, we gonna add. Fuck it, y'all.
Steph versus LeBron. Yeah, we gotta do that
if we need to. Y'all gonna play as many.
When
games.
does it start?
It starts May 18th. So the season ends next Sunday on the 16th, and it starts Tuesday.
And then after that, there's playoffs.
And so much could still change because, I mean, look, the Suns are a game and a half back. Yeah, the Nuggets are a game and a half back of the Clippers. You have a half game difference between the Mavericks and the Trailblazers. You have a game and a half difference between the Lakers and the Trailblazers, and now they have LeBron and AD back, even though LeBron is kind of taking it easy.
LeBron's chilling. He's still not back.
Oh, so he did decide to
came
step
back
away.
And then he's just chilling right now again.
Yep. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. But yeah, I mean, when you look at those differences, so much can still change because, I mean, the Suns could make a run within this last week and take over the 1 spot if the Jazz slip up. So do you guys have any surprises in this last week of the season leading into the playoffs?
I like Portland to keep moving up, and I like Portland and Denver to keep rising. Dallas as well.
Well, they're all back to back of each other. You have the Nuggets.
It would be Dallas, and I don't think Dallas or Portland's going to catch Denver. They're not going to catch them.
That 5 and 6 could keep flipping around.
If LeBron doesn't come back, I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers finish with the amount of wins they have now, or maybe win one more game, and they're in the play-in for sure. But LeBron comes back, and AD's there, and Drummond, and all of them. It's a wrap. Like whoever they play in the play-in, I feel sorry for them. And then if they're playing the Jazz or the Suns in the first round, I feel so sorry for them because they went fucking crazy. I still think it's going to be a good series, but all that work and they just look across and it's that man. It's like when Harry Potter sees Voldemort. It's like, bro, are you serious?
Oh yeah, it's going to be sad because
we did all this. This is the best season in franchise history, and we have to play you in the first round
again. I got to see him again, bro. Because it's like, look, if you're the Suns, let's just face it. Who's the 9th and the 10th seed?
In 9th, you have the Grizzlies, and then the San Antonio Spurs. They're 2 games apart.
Let's face it. The 7 and the 8th seed are going to be the Lakers and the Warriors. People may not want to accept that shit, but that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, they're 2.5 games apart, so I don't see that changing in all honesty.
So and those are the 2 teams I see winning out of this whole play-in tournament because they take 2 winners. One gets the 7 seed, one gets the 8 seed. So with that being said, if you're the Jazz or the Suns, it's LeBron James or Steph Curry. Pick your poison.
Now, if the Warriors meet up with the Lakers in the playoffs,
that wouldn't happen. The only way that would happen,
they would have to get to the conference finals.
Exactly, and that would
as
be
an 8 and 7 seed.
Okay, so they would conference finals.
But they're gonna play in the play-in, aren't they?
They'll play the first game in the play-in, but to play in like the playoffs, they would have to meet in the Western Conference Finals. Okay. But it's like the Jazz one of them has to play LeBron, the other one has to play Curry, and it's like it doesn't matter that Clay's not there. It's playoff Draymond, it's playoff Curry. Even with KD, he was doing 25-26 a game in the finals. So it's like,
and don't let Andrew Wiggins actually know how to play basketball.
And he started. Hey, Stephen A. Smith was talking shit, and Wiggins is doing like 24 a game.
Exactly,
that's like 6 games.
24, 50, 40% from the 3, 90% from the free throw line. But hey, they would gave him away for a bag of chips.
Hey, Canadian Kobe for a reason. Rest in peace.
Damn. Do you guys have any first round upsets slated in there?
Yeah, that West. The 1 and 2 seeds need to be.
Well, I'm talking about for the West, aside from the play-in and stuff like that.
I want to see. To be honest, I want to see Dallas fall because I want want to see Luka against the Clippers again.
Well, I was going to
And,
say
like,
the
see what
Clippers have
happens,
the
'cause
chance
it's
to
like-
fall.
Who is what? Give me Denver seed one more time.
They're 44
Denver's
and
in
24
4.
at the 4th. The Clippers are 45-22 playing at the 3 seed playing the Knicks right now. Dallas is 5th, 39-28. Portland 6th, 39-29. I think Phoenix and Utah, they're staying. They're going to be 1 and 2.
Honestly, if the Mavs and the Trailblazers switch, I could see both of them potentially having upsets.
People need to be afraid of Denver because even without Jamal Murray,
Jokic is having a historic
It's
year.
showing why he's that good.
MPJ is showing people why he was the number 1 player coming out of high school 2 years ago and why he was a lottery pick with only playing a game.
He was supposed to be the number 1 pick, and his back fried him.
So I'm like, bruh,
Like,
he's
that
a
good.
bucket as well. So you're just basically saying, hey, take all the shots Jamal Murray was taking. Cool with that,
And
young
yours.
nigga.
Just go have fun.
So it's like, yeah, it's you and Jokic now, and they going stupid. Don't let them throw Bobo out there in the playoffs because the niggas will lose their mind.
they might.
So it's
They
like,
just might.
bruh, I'm not putting anything past the Nuggets. The Clippers, as good as that shit looks, I'm not sold on it, bruh. I'm sorry. Like, when they play a team like Dallas who can score, you play a team like Denver who you have no answer for Jokic, you're going to fuck around and run into one of those teams.
Denver play the Clippers in the playoffs. I think they're gonna beat the Clippers' ass.
Bro, I just don't think that the Clippers match up as well with these other teams like they do the Lakers and the Nets. Because, yeah, don't get me wrong, they match up well with them, but, bro, you got to beat all these fucking other teams to get there.
Let's move it over to the Eastern Conference.
Next tape.
Yeah, you got the Knicks in 4th. They are in 4th, 37 and 30.
Clap it up real quick for me.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I got
They
you one
deserve an
time.
applause.
They do. And it's been 50 seasons. It's been 50 seasons since the Knicks have won their first title. So you never know when magic could strike.
The thing is, see, that's what, obviously as a fan, I'm gonna like, that's what I want. But like to the Knick haters out there, it's like, we're like, bro, it's the first time we're good in so long. We haven't been good since 2013. Once Roy Hibbert blocked Melo on that dunk in Indiana, it was a wrap. Like that's it. After that, it tumbled. Then Chris Stops and all
Where's
that.
Roy Hibbert?
He had that 2 good years with Paul George and them boys, and he fried himself.
Has anybody heard from Roy Hibbert?
I think he probably in the
Think
Shanghai
back
Sharks.
to that 2013 Knicks team. Where is everyone at now? The only person who's still in the league is what, Melo?
And Danilo Gallinari. Oh no, he got traded.
He
wasn't
Or
on that
Melo.
team.
So
They were, but Tyson
Damn, I don't
Chandler's
even
not
think
there.
any of them are.
JR's not there. Shumpert's not there. Jason
Baron
Kidd's
Davis-
not
oh
there.
my God,
Kurt
dog. Baron
Thomas,
Davis's
Rasheed
knee?
Wallace. No one's there.
Rasheed
Landry Fields isn't there. All these boys aren't. No one's there. Steve
Right.
Novak's not there.
Exactly. I'm like, bro, that 2013 Knicks team.
Kurt.
You can find him walking through
2014.
Walmart
Where's Jeremy
right now.
Lin even from that year too?
I always say it.
Oh my God.
We were built to beat Miami, and the Pacers came out of nowhere and they just split us.
Yeah, Paul George was like,
they just beat our like
It
we
was
were
Paul
made to
George
beat the Heat, and the
coming out
Pacers
partying.
came and said, "Nope, we're playing the Heat."
But you ain't prepared for us.
Exactly.
it was Paul George's coming out party and Danny Granger's last year of his good knees. That was a bad combination you ran
And
into.
Stevenson, fucking David West.
Well, the Knicks are on the greener pastures at least. And looking at the Eastern Conference right now, leading the way up 3 games is the 76ers. So they look to be about a lock at the 1 seed. And then at 2, you have the Nets, who are only a half a game up of the Bucks, who are in the 3rd seed. The Knicks are in the 4th seed, which they're 6 games back. So I don't think anything's going to change past 3. But yeah, you have the Knicks in 4th, the Hawks in 5th. But they're tied with the Heat in 6th, so that could potentially flip around. And then even with that, the Heat and the Hawks are a half game back of the Knicks. At 7, you have the Celtics, and then the Hornets at 8, 9 Wizards, 10 Pacers. I think that playing tournament is going to look pretty nice.
Wizard or a sleeper.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you can't count the Wizards out, bro. Like, let's face it, you said it in the whip.
Yeah, the triple double king.
Yeah, Russ is going to break that record this week.
Just give me Russ stats for the month of May again.
Oh, it was I favorited it. Hold up, I got you,
Because
man.
it's some ignorant shit. It's like 26, 17, 17.
I got you right here. Watch this, Imano.
Some ignorant shit. And
Russ
then,
in the month of May so far, 26.2 points a game, 15.8 rebounds, 16.4 assists. Yes, these stats are real. Yes, he is one of the best players ever. Stop disrespecting him, please.
So I'm like, if you've got that in a point guard, and then you've got the second best scorer in the NBA right now, averaging 31, just had 50 last night, 4th time this season. Yeah, that's a scary ass team, and they're gonna be a 9th or a 10th seed. I'd be fucking terrified to play them. I don't care who you are.
How would y'all feel they get out the play-in tournament and play the Nets, and then you have Russ versus KD?
That makes for great TV. But
Yeah, it'd
it's
be
over
amazing
in
TV.
5 or
But yeah,
6.
Brooklyn's cleaning house. You're forgetting James Harden coming back.
Is he gonna come back?
Yeah. He said he wants to play like a game or two before the season ends.
Okay.
It's like I don't see no point. Just wait for the playoffs. We know who you are. We know what you're capable of.
Exactly.
Bradley Beal is out Monday with the versus the Hawks with the left hamstring strain. Steph Curry is going to win the scoring title, 100%.
Are we gonna see playoff LaMelo?
I hope so. I mean, I think again.
Hey, don't sleep on them against Boston.
Thing. Bro, the fact that he's back, I think in his first game back, he had like 23.
He's been balling. He's playing like he hasn't lost a step. He's going to be one of the best
fantasy players. He's going to be one of the best players in the NBA next year, top 3 round pick.
So
his numbers have been fucking insane, man.
I wanna not count the Hornets out, but it's like
his last game he did 27, 6 and 6 with 2 steals.
And the man just got back from broken hand like a week or 2 ago. So
he just does all around. His first game back 11, 7 and 8 with 1 steal and 2 blocks. Next game 14, 6, 5, 4 and 1. Next game 23, 7, 6 and 2. The next game 4, 4 and 9, and then 27, 6, 6 and 2.
You can't ask for anything else, especially out of a fucking 19, 20-year-old point guard, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just face it.
What are the chances that LaMelo could lead the Hornets to a first round upset of a higher seed?
That's not going to happen.
What are they in the play? Are they going to be?
They're in the play-in right now. They're number 8.
They would be playing Boston, but it's like if they go up against Brooklyn or Philly, to be honest, I think it'll be a sweep, but he's capable of maybe stealing the game because those boys. It's just a spark. He's the spark that the Hornets needed for like ever. He's literally the spark. Bridges is stepping up. PJ Washington is stepping up. Tyler Zeller's even all these boys are stepping up. Cody Zeller. There's so many Zellers out there.
Toward the end of the season, Boston was taking out some top contending teams, and they're in a prime position to play a top seed in the East. And then you also have the Heat, who were the Eastern Conference champions last season at 6. Do you think there's a chance that either of those teams could make an upset in the playoffs, given their standings?
Miami just beat Boston today. They were on their ass earlier, but then they won by 6. Boston's a wild card because they're a 7 seed, but to be honest, they haven't clicked all year. But they were in the Eastern Conference Finals for a reason. Like they're literally probably like a 7 seed.
Tatum in the playoffs is disgusting.
Seed.
People can't forget how Jason Tatum was in the playoffs last year.
That's one of the faces of the new
he was a key piece in them even making it as far as they did.
Facts. Took him to the Eastern Conference Final as a rookie. Yeah. Dunked on LeBron.
Him and Jaylen Brown was just out there playing. They didn't know what they was doing.
He's built like that.
I've got the Celtics, just running through shit, bro. Honestly, at least in the first round, I think that, like you said, they're underrated as hell for a 7 seed. Kemba's been out multiple times this year. I just saw I think a few days ago, Tatum and Brown ran into each other leg first. I thought they both died because they both walked to the locker room immediately. So, yeah, I got the Celtics making some noise, just like the Heat, just because people gonna look at these seedings and be like, "Oh, they're 6."
Celtics play the Nets in the first round. That'll be very interesting.
I think they match up well with Brooklyn. They could definitely give Brooklyn trouble, especially if
both of them don't got a big man. They just go out there shoot and score 130 a game.
And when you think about it, they actually do match up with them. Because I'll just tell Jaylen Brown, give me your fucking best effort against KD.
And Tatum, not a bad defender. Put his ass on fucking Harden or some shit. And then Marcus Smart take Harden. Tatum go take Kyrie. Marcus Smart, do what you have to do. That's first team all defense right there.
Kimbo on one of them shooters.
I feel like you got to put Marcus Smart on Kyrie because I think he would get into Kyrie's head. Kyrie been emotional all season.
That's so true.
He would get into his head. I feel like he has that Ron Artest kind of like, that.
Yeah, he has that swagger. He has that. Yeah, for sure.
It could work.
Any predictions as far as accolades go? MVP, Rookie of the Year, Most Improved Player of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year. Now that the season is wrapping up, I feel like we should have a clearer picture.
Most Improved shouldn't even be a thought.
Yeah. Sixth Man of the Year, I think, is also very clear. Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah,
if it's not Jordan Clarkson,
Sixth Man, you can say his name if you want, but he play over there in MSG.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be Julius Randle for Most Improved.
Yeah.
Especially if they're not going to give him MVP, even though.
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if someone gives him a vote.
I think he would catch a vote.
There's going to be a New York media member that has a vote that's going to give it to him.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't at that point. Is Jokic a clear-cut MVP? Is that what we're looking at for MVP?
At this point, as long as nothing drastic happens, like he doesn't shoot anybody in the next few days or something like that, then yeah.
Yeah, he'll get it.
So no CP3, nobody
He'll
like
get
that
votes,
could potentially.
but it's like I don't think Chris Paul should be MVP. I just don't understand why like they don't give him any consideration because he is valuable and people are like not. People are discrediting things that standing counts are on my ass because I was talking about how valuable is Devin Booker if since he came into the league the Suns have still been in the lottery and then Chris Paul comes and they're the
and
second
actually
seed.
gives them guidance.
I'm not. It's no disrespect to Devin Booker. There's just people out there that are amazing basketball players, but they don't play winning basketball. Like it's not that hard to see. It's no disrespect to their game because they got it, but it's like
you just need a little bit of that guidance, that steering at the
bro,
wheel.
This is a veteran. This is one of the best players to ever play the game.
Well, to be real, I don't even think at the beginning of the season any of us predicted for the Suns to go to the
I don't
second
think any of us
seed.
did. I think maybe in our early predictions before the season, we had them as like the 5th or 6th.
I think I had mentioned that I thought they were going to potentially be a top 4 seed, but I didn't think the second seed. Like when I said top 4, I really thought like, all right, they may be just outside.
Yeah, but going back to Jokic, yeah, what 26, 10, and like 8, doing things as center. No center has ever done this. Just he's literally a point guard playing center every single time, triple double threat. Yeah, he's the MVP.
And he went to Harvard. He went to Harvard. No, he said when they had him do his intro video, they told him they're like, all right, and say what school you went to. He goes, Harvard.
He's like, I heard that somewhere. I wanted to say it.
That boy smart.
I fucks with that. They've been 9. It's real simple. 9-2 since Jamal Murray went down. What else do you need to know?
And he's supposed to be your best scorer.
Exactly. I'm like, he's been carrying the team, bro. So Jokic for MVP.
It makes it interesting though, going just on the Nuggets in general. It's like when Jamal Murray comes back, how is that gonna work? Because it's like MPJ, like he might be the better.
Well, now news is gonna spread about MPJ, and obviously he's gonna be a sought after person if they're not gonna make use of him.
I swear you don't get rid of MPJ unless you're getting another young star or multiple first-round picks, at least like 2. I think he's that.
Or I need
that
a
special.
Superstar in their motherfucking prime.
He's that special. Like he could be a number 1 option. You put MPJ on a team by himself. You go put him on the Magic. He might damn near average 24 a game.
Oh no, on the Magic he'll give you 25 a night. Because who the fuck is gonna tell him not to shoot the ball? Who's a better option? It's just that it's gonna be like I shoot it or you shoot it. Vucevic not here no more.
That's true.
Fournier not here no more.
RJ Hampton there, he been balling. Shout out to him.
He's like, this is my team. Disney World and just Disney World play basketball.
They got a nice backcourt there with him and Cole.
And Markel when he get healthy.
I totally forgot he's there.
Exactly.
I really did.
I think the one position we haven't or one award we haven't spoke about is the defensive player of the year.
Because that award kind of pisses
and coach
me off.
of the year.
I don't see these awards. They just be making no sense because you got to go off stuff, and then people say you can't go off that. Like with defensive player of the year, how do you measure that?
They like these stupid stats like defensive win shares and all this other craziness like how you affect shit.
Mm-hmm.
I look at it like this. Ben Simmons easily should be defensive player of the year. He guards 1 through 5 and he be fucking everybody up. He be locking shit down. Rudy Gobert can't do that. We saw Rudy Gobert get switched on to fucking Devin Booker last week and ended up on SportsCenter. So yeah, bruh, it's levels to this defensive player of the year shit. It's been, then you can either go Giannis, Bam, hell, Marcus Smart before Rudy Gobert. Because just because you're 7'1", 7'2",
so much
and can block a shot, don't mean that you deserve a max contract.
That boy couldn't block COVID.
Yeah, they like to
exactly,
bro, back to back years defensive player of the year.
COVID.
Like, there's no, come on, man.
And that boy got crossed by
Giannis
Devin
could guard
Booker.
1 through 5, Bam could guard 1 through 5, Ben could guard 1 through 5. And the thing with Ben, you seen that video of him when he stripped Lonzo, and people are saying like he tucked the elbow.
Oh yeah,
I feel like in different sports, there's different finesses you do. It's like kind of like the art to the game. Like Ben Simmons knows how to defend. He knows how to like what to do and maneuver to get the ball out of the player's hands, and the ref's not going to see it because he just does it so smoothly.
I feel like that's why an age-old argument is that whole pushback. Like when a lot of people usually go to pushback, that they kind of try to give themselves space, and everybody's like, "Oh no, you used your arm, you pushed me away." And it's like you kind of almost like help yourself, like realize like how much distance do I need to gain.
Mm-hmm.
It's also taken into account he's 6'10" guarding like 6'5" people.
Yeah. So they're way smaller than him.
I'm like, you ain't even got a chance. Like when you go to turn, he's still around you. Like that shit's not fair, bro. So yeah, you're gonna have to deal with that. But Rudy Gobert, hell no. Hell no. He's not defensive player of the year. He does 12 and 11.
Mhm.
And it's like,
No,
here's
he
the
does
max
not.
contract.
Say you swear. He does not do 12 and 11. If he does 12 and 11 right now,
Bruh,
I'll write an article on why he shouldn't win Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm just like, bruh, the man don't do nothing crazy. And it's like, here's the max contract.
Okay, 14 and 13. Okay, 3 blocks a game. Okay. So it's like,
bruh, Andre Drummond was doing that in his sleep in Detroit.
I'd rather
And they wasn't even talking about that
someone
man.
like Bam who does. No, it doesn't want to look.
Like, I'm sorry, this guy's nickname
19,
is
9 and 5, or Julius Randle 25, 10 and 6.
this guy's
shit like
nickname
that.
is Gobzilla.
Who?
Rudy Gobert.
Exactly.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what? You know
He's
what?
not getting a defensive player. Take his accolades away right now.
Bruh, he should have been kicked out the league when he fucking got it suspended, bruh. Like, real talk. I really
Because of the
don't
way
know.
he did it. He was just like, yeah.
He would. I will never forget that.
They
clip
should have
as
been
long
like
as I live,
suspended
bruh.
until the pandemic ends.
Bruh, he would. Bruh, they should have
I never
deported him.
forget that.
Rudy
They
Gobert,
should've
Rudy
deported him,
Gobert
bruh.
changed the world. He touched those microphones and everything shut down.
Because it's sports shut down. Like he'll always, he has to, like, in 20 years to be like, damn.
They're gonna
It
have
was
him in
me.
textbooks and be like, the defensive player of the year once shut down the whole league. That's gonna be the crazy.
And they're just gonna show the videos of him touching the microphone and being like, "Ooh."
It's gonna be a whole lesson in school, social studies.
why you shouldn't touch shit. Just why you shouldn't touch shit.
Yeah, it's
Just
a
that
valuable
simple.
lesson.
Is there any other points we want to bring? Oh, actually,
Coach of the year.
Coach of the year, and then I have one thing I want to bring up. So you go for it.
Coach of the
Wait,
year.
are we not to interrupt you? Are we doing facts or crack? Or we did
Oh,
that?
yeah,
and I'm in another alternate universe.
Yeah, you just have them. You never sent them to me.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I'll send
So
it to you.
I'm going off what I know.
But yeah,
send it
coach
to
of
you
the
right
year, Monty Williams, Phoenix Suns.
Mhm.
I don't think there should be any thought going into this because if we go back to the pandemic, they didn't lose a game once the whole bubble shit happened. They went 8-0 in the bubble, and they have the number 2 seed right now. So in essence, they would be the number 1 seed in the West.
So they're 56 and 19 since the bubble, basically.
Bruh, 56 and 19. Like, bro, what are we asking them for? So basically, they're gonna play an 82 game season or come very close to it and be on pace for 60 wins. Bro, that's coach of the year every year, 10 times out of 10.
And
with the Suns,
we actually missed rookie of the year, so we got to bring that up too.
that's a discussion. That's a real discussion.
That's a big
right
discussion. I feel like we're going to be on there for like 15 minutes. It's like, I personally think LaMelo's missed too much time. That he missed 21 games, and Anthony Edwards took off in those 21 games. That he should be number 1, and I don't even think LaMelo should be 2. You got people like his name is like Jashawn Tate from Houston. He's been spazzing. Sadiq Bey spazzing, quickly spazzing. Like, so many of these players have like elevated their games in such short time.
Let's kick off facts or crack like that then.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Facts or crack, does Anthony Edwards deserve the rookie of the year over LaMelo because he missed games?
I've
Facts.
got crack.
Fuck you, bruh.
Just because at the end of the day, I think the LaMelo factor is real.
He came back and he's dropping like 27 and 6 almost every game.
The team is back to winning. They
Our
are
cards.
on TV.
Yeah, we got
It's-
that LaMelo silver.
It's so
I got
much.
the orange laser ring.
It's so much that just goes into the whole LaMelo thing. And what's crazy, if you would have told me I wouldn't hear a headline about LeVar Ball this year, I'd have been like, you're insane. And LaMelo's on pace to win rookie of the year, basically.
LaMelo checked him, or LeVar just checked himself.
He was like, bro, I got 2 sons in the NBA. Let me not fumble.
He's
this
like, it
bag."
didn't work with the first 2. Let's just see how this one goes.
Exactly. Let me just shut up. Stay back
Lonzo's
over
panning
here.
out. It's just
Lonzo's
Lonzo.
doing
He
way
didn't have
better
that
now.
stardom, then like that X factor as soon as he came to the league, like baby brother.
And in that middle, that nigga fucked it all
I
up.
feel
before it
bad for
got
him though,
started.
because you let's keep it real. You know he thinks to himself like, damn.
If he
I
never
got
stole
two-
them glasses, bro,
Come on,
everything
and
changes.
I heard he's a shooter.
Bro, everything changes if he never steals those glasses. He
Mhm.
probably does 2 years at UCLA and actually gets a real shot at the NBA.
Instead of the fucking 10-day contract, G League shit.
And Nick, they just signed him just because his last name is Ball. No cap. They be like, hey, we got a ball, brother. You see this? Write the article. That's it.
Facts or crack, the NBA playoffs will be better than the bubble playoffs.
It's facts.
Yeah, because I got at least one of these top 2 seeds in one of the conferences falling, if not more than one in the first round.
I like at least well, with the Lakers and stuff, there's gonna be a seed under 4 that's in the conference finals for each. I wouldn't be like, don't sleep on Miami.
I'm sticking to 7 and 8 I'm sticking to the Warriors and the Lakers fucking up.
Hey, I said
The
it.
Jazz
I
and
didn't
the
think. I
Suns.
thought it was gonna be 1 in like 4, but I had the Lakers versus the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. So if they both make the playoffs, I'm rocking with that. For sure, I'm rocking with that.
Facts are cracked. The Lakers won't make it past the second round.
That's crack. I just had to throw that in there for speculation, but we just said it. They're going to the conference finals. I don't
It
see
would
any,
have to be the worst fucking matchup in the world.
and someone has to get hurt, like AD. Someone, LeBron has to like something.
Like
has
literally,
to happen.
some shit would have to go. Like, okay, Schroeder would have to either miss another 2, 3, 4 weeks again,
I totally forgot they had him. Yeah, if this team comes, yeah, it's a wrap.
and Drummond would have either one of them, Drummond, AD, someone gets hurt. But yeah, bro, even still, like they would have to face a terrible fucking matchup in order to not make it past the second round, and I don't see that.
Because if they're the 7th seed, they play the Suns, and then they play who's the 3 seed right now? Clippers.
Yeah, Clippers are the 3 seed.
Yeah, they can.
Serge Ibaka hasn't played since Christmas.
Yo, he's fried. Zubac gonna look at Drummond and AD and like, I can't do this.
He's gonna be like, bro, I saw what happened to Bam last year.
I can't do this.
My shoulder gonna be gone in the first quarter. That's what's gonna happen.
Precisely.
Facts are cracked. Steph Curry is cementing himself as one of the 10 greatest players of all time.
Facts.
If he wasn't already there, yeah.
Second best point guard behind Magic Johnson. I really don't know. I feel like I would like to see him to get another ring, but I feel like he doesn't need another ring. Maybe like an MVP or something, and just his impact on the game. Like if people say he's the best point guard ever, I wouldn't be mad. I still think it's Magic, but it's not some shit that you attack someone over, because he changed the game. Trae Young was probably 12 years old thinking I want to do that one day, and now he's doing it. So many players. He changed it forever.
Just sit down and actually watch a Steph Curry game, because the man don't play real basketball.
It's disrespectful.
He takes shots that you're gonna sit there and be like, I wouldn't take that shot. That's a bad shot. Coach should pull him out. And then the shit goes in and you're like, oh, that's why he's the best at this.
You don't
shit.
check him. He checks you. He'll be like, bro, you just told me not to shoot that. I shoot what I want. Doesn't matter. He could shoot from 45 feet and it's like, okay.
Literally. Like,
chances are it's going to hit the rim if it doesn't go in.
So it's like, bro, you live with that shit. And if top 10 greatest player of all time, easily, just because he has the title of the greatest shooter of all time. It's just that simple.
What, 32, 5 and 5 this year, 5.5, 5.5, 5.7 assists, 5.5 rebounds, 31.9 points, 5.5 threes made.
49 in 26 minutes. I'm sorry, sir.
His last 6 games, 37, 30, 41, 37.
Well, that's what I was about to say, actually.
And then 49 in 29 minutes.
He hasn't scored anything less than 30 points since April 23rd.
The man is like, look, I need to do this in order for us to even have a fucking chance. So,
to be
guess
honest,
what I'm going to do?
Damn, if I should have drafted him over Trae Young. I kept Russ. I would have like 5,000 points right now.
He also hasn't scored less than 5 3-pointers since April 25th.
Bro, in April, I think, or I don't know what stat it was, but the amount of threes he hit, like I think in April, were like the most in NBA history. Like he did some phenomenal, crazy.
He has
shit.
a few games that are over 10.
The craziest stat is in his career, he has 23 career games with 10 plus 3-pointers made.
Mm-hmm.
The next closest guys, I think, Clay or Damian.
I think they said it was Dame
5
Lillard.
or 6. This man, Steph, has 7 of those in this season.
Yeah, I was going to say in this
and
season.
5 in the last 15 games.
He's on one.
So it's like, bro, he's doing what people have done in their careers in the past 15. Like, bro,
And
I
don't
wouldn't be
forget-
surprised if someone gives him a vote too.
Well, don't also no, he's definitely not going to get a vote.
They
But
sh-
I don't think he's going to get a vote because they're the 8th seed technically. But
if you're a California media member,
we're
I
looking
do
at
that
next
shit.
year him breaking the 3-point record. He's going to break that all-time 3-point record.
How
And he
many
still
ga-
probably has
how
a
many
good
less
5 years.
games? He might end with like 35.
He still has like a good 5 years in him, I would say.
That's like what 500 threes a season.
Yeah. He's literally draining them like crazy. But
if they play 4 seasons, let's just put it at 300. Because he got 300. He's about to hit 300 right now, and they play the condensed season. So let's just call it 300 for the next 5 years. That's 1,500.
and who are we going to see come into the league at any time soon where their team's going to let them shoot 15 plus threes a game?
I don't think that,
freely?
but I know Dame and James Harden are going to end up near the top as well. I think
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna-
Harden's already like top 7 or top 6. He's like behind Kyle Korver, I think. And
I
Kyle
don't
Korver's
even
like
know if
5
he's
or
going to
6.
come remotely close to Steph.
No,
though.
I don't think he is, but I'm just saying they're going to end up in the top of the list.
Whatchamacallit should finish top 5, or if not top 3. His brother,
Seth?
Clay.
Oh, you mean the Splash brother?
It's
Okay.
like, not that nigga.
Well, I was about to say, I was like, that's kind of odd that you would even bring up Seth like that.
Seth's a shooter, but yeah, not like that. Big dog. They different.
Last facts are correct that we have here. With Trevor Lawrence going to AFC South, is he now the best QB in that division?
If Deshaun Watson is not allowed to play football this year, then yes.
Mm-hmm.
If he is, then no.
He's still projected points, so it's like, what are they? Is it because they're going to make him sit out, or is he going to sit out?
Basically, it's the fact that he's still under investigation. They're still finding all of this information out. Then it's the fact that he doesn't want to play there, but they say they're not going to trade him. So it's like they're going to
like, yeah, I'm going to sit out.
Exactly. So they're like, they might force him to sit out. So it's a whole bunch of shit to take into account. Plus, you got to find out if this nigga actually did any of this nasty shit he being accused of. So, yeah, it's a lot to take into account. But like I said, if he plays, no.
Yeah. All I got to say on the matter is,
yes. Because hell no, not Carson Wentz.
It wouldn't be a bad thing if you draft Trevor Lawrence. Like, if you want to just stack your team out and then take a quarterback like in round 11 or 12, he might go crazy. Urban Meyer's there.
Urban's going to be
He's
like,
back with his running back. Who's the...
Travis Etienne.
No, the receivers they have over there.
Oh,
DJ Chark. Yeah, DJ Chark.
And then the other one. He was a rookie last year. Pulled his jersey. Pulled his jersey.
Lavishka.
But yeah, that covers it for today. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. To all the moms out there. We love you. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, MBF_Clo.
Subscribe on YouTube.
MBF_Trill, MBF_Podcast. On YouTube, MBF_Podcast. Turn the bell notification on. Subscribe like the man Imano just said. Nothing but facts all together on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Anchor. Y'all take care. We'll see you next week. You said